In this animation, we want to explain how to keep your teeth healthy for as long as possible, maybe for a lifetime. The human jaw commonly has 32 teeth. The visible layer of the teeth is the enamel, which is the hardest substance in the human body. Tooth enamel consists to a large degree of the phosphate hydroxyapatite. The teeth are anchored through cementum, which here appears yellow on the dentin, to the periodontal ligament in the alveolar bone of the jaw. The periodontal ligament in the alveolar bone consists of Sharpie's fibers, which act as a buffer medium against stress when chewing. Nerve tracts and blood vessels, which supply the tooth with nutrients, are located in the pulp cavity. Dentin surrounds the pulp cavity. The most common diseases of the teeth and the periodontium are caries and periodontitis. Let's look at caries first. In the early 20th century, the dentist Weston A. Price traveled the world, comparing traditional with modern diets. The conclusion of his research was that an excess of sugar and white flour in modern diets is probably responsible for tooth decay. Sir Robert McCarrison traveled to India at about the same time and investigated the connection between diet and health. He came to the same conclusion as Price. Our oral cavity is colonized by countless species of bacteria and fungi. They protect teeth and gums, promote good breath, and do many other good things. However, if bacteria and fungi become deranged, this situation is called dysbacteriosis. Dysbacteriosis is also called dysbiosis, and it can be caused, for example, by the intake of too much sugar. Does not seem very helpful. Food that leads to dysbiosis in the mouth will probably lead to dysbiosis in the entire digestive tract. Back to caries. Teeth of mountain gorillas practically never shows caries. However, teeth and tongue show a black coating that comes from the food. The tannins in the plants eaten cover the teeth and the tongue. Since the food cannot clean the mouth effectively, deposits, heavy tartar, and periodontitis develop, which eventually leads to the loss of teeth. On the other hand, the mouth of lowland gorillas does not show this discoloration. They also eat many plants with tannins, but also fruits. Fruits and roots seem to have the ability to clean the oral cavity effectively, because tartar, periodontitis, and caries hardly develop either. Wild animals rarely have caries because their food consists of natural, raw products of nature. And we too once ate exactly the same way. We'll see in a moment how we can effectively prevent tooth decay today. But first, let's take a look at periodontitis. Periodontitis is an inflammation of the periodontium. The periodontium includes the gums and the jawbone. At first, injuries occur in some places, usually in the gingival sulcus, and this leads to inflammation. Dead cells and bacterial metabolic processes usually play the main role here. This is initially known as gingivitis. As soon as the gums lose their ability to adhere to the tooth, we speak of periodontitis. It progresses over years and decades. Gum pockets develop. Because bacteria enter the bloodstream, the inflammatory processes also lead to the breakdown of bone tissue. White flour products. Whole grain products use the whole grain, but white flour products use only the carbohydrate-rich endosperm, which converts quickly to simple sugars in the body. Many nutrients are found in the bran and the germ, which not only protect gums and teeth. This is also true for rice. Natural rice, that is rice with the husk, should be preferred to white rice without the husk. Natural rice has far more nutrients than polished rice. A very soft toothbrush, such as the Curaprox Ultra Soft, can also be used. In any case, you should prefer brushes that are soft rather than hard. The bristles are placed at a 45-degree angle to the top. The interdental spaces are then cleaned by lightly dabbing. However, cleaning is done relatively uncontrolled and takes a lot of practice to avoid damaging the gums. Dental floss seems to be more suitable if it is used correctly, because it can be cleaned in a more controlled way. However, one should not be under time pressure and should act carefully, because, as already mentioned, the gums can otherwise be damaged. Regular floss is usually more suitable than floss picks. Interdental brushes are extremely efficient. They clean the interdental space very well when used correctly and in the correct size. They are highly recommended, especially for large interdental spaces. And tough toothbrushes can be used for wisdom teeth that are difficult to access. They can also be used to remove plaque from the gingival sulcus, pockets, and interdental spaces. The tongue is home to countless dead cells of the oral cavity and sulfur-producing bacteria, which can cause bad breath, among other things. In particular, the rear part of the tongue should be cleaned with a tongue scraper. Finally, you can clean the cheeks, palate, and other parts of the oral cavity where dead cells of the oral mucosa are also present. There are numerous other tools. How, when, and how often they are used depends on diet, the condition of the teeth, and one's own behavior. The dentist and relevant literature can help.